quick update because the video you're about to watch has already been pre-recorded. I'm just about to upload it, and glad I haven't uploaded it just yet because I've got a quick breaking news. Spoiler alert, guys. I just read that Bronte was actually in the know prior to getting in on Married at First Sight about Harrison's alleged 21 or 22-year-old lover on the outside. So leaked text messages says she is in the know, like she knew about the purported relationship, and she was banking on that, and she was banking that she would be paired with Harrison so as to get a prolonged storyline out of this. There you go, guys. It just shows you that these kids are really here to stretch their 15 seconds of fame. I don't know if I should feel sorry for her or just not feel sorry for her anymore, because we're only just starting the show, episode 6, right? And so there's more to unpack. I am looking forward to what's going to happen from here on out. Let's just dig into the recap of the episode that was. Hi Posh fam, welcome back to yet another episode of Married at First Sight. It is episode 6 and it is epic because it is the first dinner party for season 10. Dinner party is where it is at. That is where the drama intensifies, guys. So the dinner party is where the couples get together, meet each other for the first time. Remember, they did meet each other, but the women met each other separately from the men. And so now they're paired up, and everyone, I guess, will be curious to find out who has been paired up with who and compare notes, size each other's relationship up. In fact, it's just a fun avenue to stir things up. And before we get to that though, there's a little bit of housekeeping to do, and that is for you to please subscribe and like, as well as comment on my videos. I do appreciate that my numbers are going up. Thank you to my new subscribers and those who've been here and still here. Thank you so much. And so let's get right into the business. Now the show kicks off with us watching the couples exit their honeymoon stay. Their honeymoon sort of has concluded, and those who had a good time, it's obvious that because they are together, warm and fuzzy, and those who are struggling to excel are, exactly that, struggling to excel. They're not even seeing eye to eye at this point. First things though, Melissa and Josh have got a few issues to iron out before they get on the plane and get back from Fiji to Sydney. And that is the fact that Josh sort of lied when production asked him if he had been intimate with Melissa. Now, as we all know, Melissa came on the show to have the best sexual interaction of her life. Like I said, she missed the brothel on the left, but then applied to Married at First Sight to feel like, I might be able to get some soft porn in. That's exactly where we are at. So she's got some bone to collect with Josh. And that is the fact that Josh did not state clearly and truthfully as to what happened on their first night together as husband and wife. Melissa feels sexual chemistry is where it's at for her. It's very important to her. And so Josh has to come on board and be a team player in that regard. Defying all odds, Josh says, okay, I'm being a gentleman by not spilling, or telling our business out there. But if this is what you want, and if this is going to make you happy, I will go on out, shout on the rooftop how many times we're going to be intimate for. Again, this is pleasing to Melissa, and I can't wait to see how many more of these stories we're going to unpack with this too. As we can see, Melinda and Leighton are sort of getting along. There's no clear physicality between these two. They do seem, however, to have broken the ice and are communicating, should I say, building friendship to start with. Again, they only just met for the first time at the altar, so I'm giving them the benefit of doubt. They all arrive in Sydney and they are all sort of getting ready for the dinner party. And Claire and Jessie, as we know, left their honeymoon stay in a bit of a tricky situation. Claire, being the bigger person, decided, okay, I'm going to meet Jessie up and have a one-on-one, see where we are at, and see if we can amicably resolve what is going on between us and in our relationship. She had to sit down with Jessie. It started out very well. The truth was called. They are both agreed that things got out of hand and they're going to sort of go into the dinner party as one, understanding that there's a few work that needs to be done, but they are taking the first step. And it didn't take 2 seconds before Jessie's big mouth just messed the whole thing up. He was like, oh, I was thinking about, because Claire did ask, why didn't you make the first move to check in and see where we are at, given the fact that we've not had any communication, we've not conversated, there's been military silence between us. And he said, I don't chase chicks. And that just ticked Claire off. Claire is very tempered and she's like, you're very childish. I can't believe I'm with an immature guy. You probably need to go back to your social apps or dating apps to find who is going to, want to be with you, because you are literally a piece of work. And that just stirred things up. They called a truce and within 2 seconds, they're back at each other's neck. Claire walked out of there saying she's done, and I guess there ain't gonna be a couple walking into the dinner party tonight. That's just clear as day. We head over now to the other couple who seem to not be able to get their cup full, and that is Harrison and Bronte. Now, intimacy for them saw both of them hitting the rocks pretty quickly. And now we can see Harrison trying. I'm not sure what Harrison is doing. Like I said, that guy actually came here for fame. And it's quite obvious because in the honeymoon, he made it clear Bronte is not what he's looking for. And now he's like, okay, I think you might be what I'm looking for. Maybe we could go back to being friends and start all over again. And again, I'm like, Bronte, are you this stupid? Can't you just read that this guy's trying to play you to get into the dinner party, make other connections, and just get his ratings up? Because I can see this happening, without actually watching episode 8, 9, and 10. It's Harrison. Dude feels like he's the next best thing to sliced bread. Like, he's the Zeus that we haven't really seen in our generation. Yeah, that's what he is. And so Bronte is like, okay, I'm going to call a truce here and give this one more go. And yeah, we're going into the dinner party. Let's pretend that all is well. I know all too well about pretense. I do. And yeah, we head into the first dinner party of the season, guys. Let's get in, dig in, and get out some juicy content. So the dinner party kicks off with the first couple walking in being Taylor and Cameron. They are so cute as hell and thick as thieves. They seem like they are truly, truly into each other. Next in, Bronte and Harrison. Bronte made a quick dash to Taylor. You could see like she was too quick to let go of her partner to, embrace Taylor. I mean, that gave it away for, if I was Cameron and Taylor, that would have been the first something is not right here. And progressively, we saw the other couples walk in. We saw Dan and Sandy, Duncan and Alicia walk in. We have Ollie and Tani, as well as Adam and Janela. They all just walked in sort of together, with the exception of Claire, who walked in by herself, and everyone was seemingly shocked about the fact that she came in by herself. It didn't take long before the girls gathered to discuss why she walked in by herself. Leighton and Melinda also walked in together, as well as Melissa and Josh, of course. And we hear Claire giving her side of the story as to what happened whilst they were en route to their honeymoon. And I think we got a little bit more insight as to what started the whole shebang. She was in the store, book shopping, talking according to Jesse a little bit loudly, and he shushed her. That wasn't the only time he shushed her. He also shushed her on the plane because he felt she was loud. Remember I said Jesse wants a mute doll? Now, if you see the way this dude is actually describing the whole event, he is literally like the puppet master. I feel like he's a comedian. He is such a jokester. He is irritating and it's not even funny. Dude is so self-esteem deprived. He has got zero self-esteem. He looks very insecure and projecting that insecurity on Claire. I feel like he needs to go sort his own man child because he's not yet grown. He's like a kid that is still throwing tantrums left, right, and center. It was really appalling to see how all of this, is unfolding. We saw Claire walking in or taking with a drink towards Jesse, offering another round of olive branch, to which Jesse sort of dismissed her, took the drink, and was dismissive. It just felt so embarrassing. For me, I would not bother. But I guess because they are on a show with production telling them to act the part, and of course she's going over just to make an attempt at trying to, build bridges, and it's just not, it's hitting a wall. It is not making any impact. Jesse is not interested. He is all about himself, so focused on himself. And I really don't know how they're going to come from here. The experts have really got a lot to do with this too. I guess, that's exactly what the dinner night is for. To reveal to those couples who are strong and steady that they have got everything going on for them. And those with the cracks, they become a little bit more vulnerable, especially when they're in a group setting and everyone is focused on their dynamics that is sort of dysfunctional. I feel for both of them at this point, but more I am actually feeling for Claire, who decided to be very, very confident or confidently walk into this knowing what she's going to be getting from the other participant, as well as her experimental husband, which is, again, like I said, very sad. As the dinner night wore on, with the couples having dinner and hashing out Claire and Jesse's issue, things soon took a turn for the worse as some of the cracks between Harrison and Bronte started to show. Alicia caught on quickly and decided to call out Harrison and Bronte. It didn't take long before their own pretend happiness, unraveled. No sooner had the call out begun, Harrison decided it was his turn to embellish the truth a little bit. And soon, Jessica, Bronte's friend, became enemy numero uno. But there was one person who saw through Harrison's storyline or BS, and that was Melinda. And she quickly said, "Hang on a minute, something is not adding up. 1 + 1 isn't making 2 here. And why will Jessica, Bronte's so-called friend, come on here to create all this drama when it wasn't going to be beneficial to her? And why isn't Bronte taking a deeper look into the seemingly purported story that Jessica has sort of put forth for everyone to see and how glaring it was. Harrison came out to say, yes, it wasn't really a purported story. These events, happened. It's just that it's being said the way that it wasn't meant to be said. Did you meet the girl? Yes. Were you dating a week prior to you coming on the show? Yes. Were you dating her after you had applied to be on Married at First Sight? Yes. Were you guys hooking up? Yes. Now, where's the lie? Harrison, was backed into a corner, and before you know it, he flipped the script and gaslighted Bronte into saying, well, you need to prove to me that you want this. You said you wanted space. I'm giving you space. Now it's your turn to prove to me that you want this. Well, Harrison, you are the one on the outs. You're the one with the wrong. You're the one with the partner on the outside. You need to prove to Bronte that you actually want to be here or that you are here for the right reasons. Melinda literally called him out for the rubbish talk that he was doing. And he, was caught. This left Bronte reeling. She decided to then unpack with some of the girls, cried her eyes out, and shared the fact that Harrison said he didn't find her sexually attractive right after they were intimate. And this is where it concludes for us, guys. Tomorrow, the couples will be moving in together officially, and with Bronte and Harrison sort of on the outs, as well as Jesse and Claire. I am not sure what's going to happen between those two, but I cannot wait to find that out and unpack for you. Until next time, stay safe and focus. See you soon.